Hi, welcome to Garden Hauling. So in today's video, I want to show you how to start planting beans from seeds and how to transplant these beans into your garden. Step number 1, fill your seed starting cells with seed starting mix. And this is one that I really like to use. It's fairly deep and I feel comfortable that my bean seeds will have room to grow in this seed starting tray. So I'm not going to fill it all the way up with soil, but I am going to fill it a little bit more than half full. So I want to make sure I get my seed starting mix in each cell before moving on to the next step. Now I like to go back and press down in each cell. It is very tedious, but this is something that I feel is necessary to get all the air pockets out of each individual cell, because that could prevent my seeds from germinating. Once I get all the air tamped out of each individual cell, I will plant my beans. And these are great northern beans that I'm going to plant. I'm going to put just one in each cell. If I was going to plant these in the ground, I would plant them about 1 inch deep, and I would put 2 seeds in each hole. Now I'm going to move on to my other half. So this is a 72 cell seed tray. I'm going to fill half with the dark red kidney beans and the northern beans. I like to make sure they adhere to the soil. Now it's all done. Step number 2, I'm going to cover my seeds with some soil. Okay, so everything is all covered. So these are my Kentucky Wonder beans. I'm gonna do them the same way. And only this time I'm just gonna mash some holes into the seed starting trays, about 1 inch deep. Drop a bean in, cover it up. And these are gonna go around my trellis. I made a trellis out of cattle panels, so I'm gonna plant 6 of these Kentucky Wonder pole beans on each side of my trellis. I try to plant more than just 12 in case some of them don't germinate. Now I started planting these about 2 weeks before my last frost, in order for me to put them out into the garden after all danger of frost has passed. Step number 3 is to water. Once I get these watered, I'm going to put them under my grow lights and let them germinate, and eventually they'll be hardened off by bringing them outside gradually to get accustomed to all the elements, the sun, the wind. I'm gonna put them under the grow lights and then I'll be back with you. So it's been a little while, but my beans are ready. So these are the Kentucky Wonder beans, the pole beans. And these are the dark red kidney beans. These are bush beans, and the northern beans, and they're bush beans as well. Now it was a little while since I started them. I couldn't get them out as soon as I wanted to because the weather changed, the temperature dropped, and it was too cool to put them out. Some of my beans did not germinate, and that is because I left them on my back porch to harden off, and we just got so much rain that I really feel that some of them rotted. And before I realized it, that they were getting too much water, it was too late. So that's why you see some bare spots in my seed trays. But one thing I wanted to mention is a few things I wanted to mention was that beans like hot weather. They love full sun. They like well draining, fertile, well worked soil. Your soil doesn't necessarily have to be rich, because the beans like to take their nitrogen from the air, and they will convert this nitrogen into food for your beans. But now I do like to use a little starter fertilizer when I get ready to plant my bush beans. So I want to show you how I'm going to plant it in the ground. I take one of my seedlings and it's ready to go into the ground. So what I'm going to do is, this is not where I'm going to plant it, but I just want to show you how I would plant it. So I would dig my hole, and I like to add, as I mentioned, a little starter fertilizer in the hole, and try to mix it up just a little bit so it don't burn the roots of my plant. And all you got to do is just put your plants in there. Now I'm going to plant this about soil level, and let me show you how high I'm going to go up to about right there. I won't go no higher than that to cover with soil. And all you do is just cover your seedling with soil, and you are done. And that's how easy it is to plant beans. You would do this in a container as well. The same thing here that you're doing. If you wanted to plant them in a container, you would do that. So these are beans that I'm going to plant around my cattle panel, and these are the Kentucky Wonder Pole beans. So I'm just going to get them all set up, and then I'm going to start planting them, and then I'll move on to my bush beans. So all my beans are planted. Now you see just how easy it is to plant beans from seeds. It is not hard at all, and I really recommend it if you are a new gardener to try to plant some beans. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you the next time on Garden Hauling. Bye-bye.